let me
We're
try
getting there.
something. Yeah, here. And here is you. And this is like a
Yeah,
better
here we
thing.
go.
But there, and maybe a little bit of background. There we go.
Perfect.
Cool. Sorry for that.
No worries. I'm glad we managed to do this, and yeah, good to have you back here and to do this together again.
Yeah, likewise. You look great, Christoph. I don't know if it's you or your hardware equipment.
I think it's probably the new camera setup with my iPhone that I'm using. So
Yeah.
I'm now trying out Camo. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. So
Hmm.
you have the Epoch Cam from Elgato, which is an app
Hmm.
you can use on your iPhone to stream, and there's also Camo, or let me just check again. What's the name? Camo Studio. Yeah.
Ah,
And
yeah.
I've now tried out this, and I think it works a little bit better than the Epoch Cam app. So I'm still figuring stuff out, but I think it's already an improvement to last time.
Cool. Yeah, and I see that you even got a little blur in the background, which looks really professional.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that. It's not as blurry as I would like to get it, but I think for an iPhone and for the setup that I have, it's the best I can get out of it. So
Yeah,
pretty happy so far.
it's kind of crazy that you get such a good quality out of the iPhone, or I should rather say how bad the quality of most webcams is. If your
Yeah,
phone can do it much better.
I could rant about this topic for hours, but yeah, it's really frustrating when you think about what current webcams do, and there's almost no improvements in the last year. So yeah, it's really frustrating.
Yeah, I think that they're the webcams are too expensive for what they do now. I think with a little bit of good lighting, you can make them go a long way, but not as good as what you can get with a yeah, with an iPhone.
Yeah, and many people already use full cameras for this. So
Yeah.
I think we're definitely missing some devices in between those steps, and I hope we
Hmm.
will see them in the future soon. But I'm
Yeah.
still waiting.
I used like my iPhone a couple of months ago to as a cam, and it was great. But I got a little bit tired of setting it up the whole time, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm not using it. But the quality, if you're like recording a course or something like that, yeah, then you have to do that bit because it's like the best you can get.
Yeah, so setup is also something that's very important for me because I don't want to struggle every time. I just want to use a camera. I just want a setup that I can use whenever I want to. And
Mhm.
now I'm using a second microphone arm with a mount for the iPhone, so where I can put in the
Ah, yeah,
iPhone. And
yeah,
now it's pretty easy. I just have to put it in there and position it, and I can already start. So I think that's quite good. I also used to try an old iPhone, but now currently I'm using my new iPhone, and even using my own iPhone is okay for such situations. Just put it in there for
yeah,
the call and then get it out back. But
yeah,
I know for sure that this won't be my end setup for the
yeah.
next years. I'm pretty sure we'll improve it in some ways, but I'm glad that it's worked out like that already.
Yeah, don't forget to put on do not disturb mode on your phone because if anybody calls you, your your signal will drop. I've had the
Oh,
experience with
okay.
that with one of the Laravel meetups where in the middle of the meetup somebody called me and yeah, my image was just gone. So
Okay.
be
I
aware of
didn't
that
do
can
that.
happen. So let's hope that nobody
Yeah.
calls you
Yeah. Nobody,
this next hour.
usually nobody calls me, so let's hope it
All
stays
right.
this way. I'm sure everybody in the audience, okay, who has the number of Christoph? Let's call him.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of the audience, there seems to be quite an audience today here. I can see a lot of waves here. There's a question which what do we use for streaming?
Sorry to interrupt. Already someone is calling me.
Really?
Adrian, my good friend from Vienna. Yeah. Thanks, Adrian.
Wow.
I know we can rely on you.
But the screen didn't go away, or your image didn't go away, so that's good.
Yeah, so maybe it's helpful that I have my watch here, so I can immediately stop the call. So maybe that
Yeah,
helps.
okay, that's good, that's good. So there was a question here: what do we use for
Yeah.
streaming? We use StreamYard, and you're using that as well, I guess, Christoph, this afternoon for your check.
Yeah, I want to give it a try. The free version, where you're a little bit limited, but yeah, just want to check it out. I think from what I've seen, what you're doing with it, it seems pretty cool and easy to use.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to pay for the pro version, but I really like the simplicity. So when I think about OBS and all the setup and things I have to take care of, just to start a stream, it's not where I am right now. And I think for beginning, this is maybe a good usage.
Yeah, it's much easier if you don't need to do anything. I've used OBS as well, and I liked it. And yeah, if I were to stream alone the whole time, it would work. But getting guests on there is so cumbersome. You have to ask your guest, use this program and explain it like this is the way you need to stream, so I can get the stream in. And it just works. It just sending a link. Yeah, I've just sent you a link, Christoph, and it just works, and people can come on.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, as you said, especially for having guests and what you have, quite often I think it seems to be really good and just a work out of the box solution.
Yeah, indeed. I got the suggestion for this myself by Kaneko. He introduced this to me, and I was immediately sold. Okay, it's just a site and it just works. Yeah, great.
Cool.
There's also
thanks, Kaneko, for that. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Kaneko, indeed. There's also another question, Christoph, here from James Bata. Can you ask him to play his guitar? I guess that's about you because, you have a guitar there. Don't feel obliged in any way, but maybe you can answer why you would play the guitar or why you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I knew someone will ask at some point to do this, and I was hoping nobody would. And to be honest, I'm quite shy playing guitar in front of people, even though I played in the band for 10 years. But it was always different because I was a little bit more in the back, and it was not like that I'm the only one playing. And since then, it's still difficult for me to play in front of other people. Also with my wife, I'm not comfortable playing in front of her just because I feel like I'm not good enough to do it. But of course, I know a little bit how to play it because I've played quite a long time. But I would say let's think about it. Ask me at the end. Maybe I'll do a little bit at the end.
Okay, we'll see. We try to keep it cozy for everybody. So, Christoph, I've done my homework. I've got a bowl full of questions here.
Nice, good.
They're from me and a couple from my girlfriend. So, I'll just grab them blindly. So I don't know what's gonna come. So we'll see. Ready for the first one?
Yeah, I am. Let's do this.
Okay. What's this? Oh, this is one for my girlfriend. I've written them down, so they're and you can't see it; it's overlighted. It seems.
I have to trust you.
It's a general non-programming one. Are you worried about climate change, and what are you doing about it? So this is a topic this is very narrow to my girlfriend's values. She cares about this a lot, and she wants to know, do we worry about it. Do
Okay,
you want to go
so
first?
yeah, I'll just start. So I'm very worried about climate change, and I feel like the improvements we're doing are just way too slow, and I think it will be very hard to achieve the goals that we need in order to stop the global warming and climate change in general. I'm really happy about the positive effects of COVID to climate change the last years. I think that's one positive thing about it. But yeah, I'm really worried about it. And what do? I have a few things that I do. So first, of course, this is different to everybody, and everybody has different opinions about all these things. I think the most important thing is that everybody thinks about it, talks about it, and try to do one of those tasks themselves, what they can do. I think in general it's also important for government and countries to do more about it, but I think it's also important that everyone personally try to do a few things to help it to do a change. So what I'm doing is I almost eat no meat. And one of the reasons is also because of climate change, but there are several reasons to this. But climate change is one of them because we eat so much meat in our world that it's a big problem for climate as well. And so I try to, or the last time I eat one was, I think it was a year ago. I was some of my friends were having some ribs, and I wanted to try it out as well. So that was the last time when I remember eating meat. And then besides that, I have I'm using a special shampoo for body and hair, which is it's a kind of soap that is not sure how to describe it, but it's a block. So it's not liquid, it's a block. And it's a very old kind tradition built from different oils. And that's something that I use instead of any other shampoo or body lotion or things that you would need for showering. And I've been using this now for a few years now, and it works really fine for me. Can only recommend it. Maybe if someone interested, you can ask, of course, I can share it. And these are some of these things. I also always have my own bags when I go shopping, so that I don't have to get any plastic bags. All of the fruits and vegetables I just take without any bags into my bag I bring with. And I just have a lot of these small little things where I try to make a little bit of a change. And I think it's important to talk and think about it. And pretty sure I can do better as well, because a lot of technical devices that I have, which are also not good for our climate. And I think it's just important to try to pick a few places where I can do something and think about it and improve it.
It's at this end we do about the same things and think about it like the same way that you said it. I think the climate change is like the biggest problem that we have. I think COVID is really nothing against it. You see all these changes in the climate right now already occurring. And it's still unbelievable that there's like a large part of the population downright denying that this is happening. And this will get us nowhere. So I think the problem will become bigger and more apparent before enough will be done. Because like you said, I also think that not enough is done.
So
here
we as humans, sorry, you go first.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to mention, we as humans, we tend to do whatever we can, and then we react to the consequences. And that's the same with the climate. So we have been doing things for a century now, and now we're really noticing there are a lot of things maybe don't go that well as we might thought that would. And yeah, it's so much about money and power, and that it's really difficult to make a big change. And you see this, yeah, worldwide.
Hmm. Yeah. And here we do also the things that you said. It's not that we don't eat meat. My girlfriend doesn't, but the children and I do. But it's only like once or twice in a week, or something like that. Not like every day. We try to keep the rations a little bit low. No plastic bags, or as least as possible. There's also like a little trick that we do in our shower. Unless you're showering in hardcore mode, you run the shower and you stand under it until it gets warm. But we have like a bucket to get like the cold water and use that to for other things like
Oh, that's
like
nice.
that.
Yeah, good idea.
So yeah, it's more my girlfriend, because she finds it important to do these little things. But I also think that it's important too. Now on the subject, and in our programming world, I heard like a talk by Rasmus, the creator of PHP, that he urges everybody to just use PHP 7 or the latest version, because yeah, it's 10 or 20% faster, um, and yeah, that really makes a difference with how many servers that PHP runs on. So how much
Hmm.
faster you can get your code, how much better you're doing for the climate, because there's less energy needed to power all the systems. And I thought it was like a nice thought, that if you program things well and if you use like up-to-date versions and tools, it's a small thing, but it can help for climate change as well.
Yeah, I also heard about it, and I also, of course, there's some truth in it, but I find it always a little bit difficult with such things, because I think they're two-sided. Of course, if you need less power, of course, it is beneficial for the environment, but of course, you're still promoting the same technical world, the technical infrastructure that we use, and it's only getting bigger. So
Hmm.
I get his point, but I think there are, yeah, maybe other things that would be more important to
Yeah,
to
sure.
trigger and talk about. But yeah, everything that helps. So
Indeed. All right. Let's move on to another question.
yeah.
Let me grab one. You can't see it, or maybe you can see a little bit of the scribbling, but it's a little bit overlighted. Ooh,
Frank, give me 1 second. I was just reading one comment where one said, "Hello
okay.
from Liverpool," and I just have to let me see where it was. Ronaldo Taro said from Liverpool. I have to address this for a second, because Liverpool, my favorite football club. I think you can see it right here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Had a game yesterday, and we lost against a very poor opponent. And it was the first time that we lost in the league for almost 2 years and something like that. So it was really a big thing about a very weak opponent, and we've been playing bad the last 4 games since. And yeah, so hello back to Liverpool. I hope Liverpool will be able to recover from this game yesterday and the last games, and really hope we can do better in the next one. So
Just
sorry,
want
I
to get
needed to.
that in. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get it.
it's
I know
something
that.
I'm very passionate about. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I know. Oh, there's also here a comment here from Tim van Oen that I'd like to mention. And he was at a WordCamp in Berlin, and he listened to a talk explaining that the internet would be country number 3 in pollution. That is quite amazing, and something to be
Wow.
to
Yeah.
keep in mind. Yeah. Okay, with that thought, this one is again, yeah, maybe one that is surrounding current problems in the world. Do you feel that the pandemic has changed you?
Hmm.
everything around the pandemic, and
Um, yeah. So first I want to say I was quite lucky because my daily routines almost didn't change. So I was working from home before this. We just moved into a new place right before the pandemic where we have a little garden where we can go outside. So we were very lucky even in those lockdown times. So my wife was able to work from home. This was, of course, something different because normally she goes to work outside. So for me itself, I was very lucky. So it didn't affect me too much. But I'm sure it has changed me in some way for sure because I already noticed we are all acting a little bit different. So when we see other people, it's like, okay, I try not to get too close. And if someone gets in closer, you're getting a little bit away, or you want to say hello or hug someone, but yeah, you don't do it because you can't do this right now. And this is something that I'm really missing. I'm really someone who really likes to hug people and to hug friends. And yeah, just to I think this is a nice thing. Also here in Austria, you have handshakes and hugging for every people you know, or little kisses and things like that. So yeah, this is really something that I find really strange now, and I'm not sure if we're getting back to that very soon. So I think in this way, of course, it has changed me as well because I'm also a little defensive now. But I'm also, I think it also has affected me in the way that I think I'm very happy for the things that I have. So for the place we live in, for spending the time with my wife, which was very nice. So the last year we had so much time. It was very new to us, and it worked really well.
yeah,
And it was fine too. So I'm pretty sure it has changed me.
yeah. But if I summarize it, the changes are, in the most part, positive, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, out of my head.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
How is it
like
for
you said,
you?
I think that we're the lucky ones. In hearing, your story, I'm really happy that you don't have any major, drawbacks from this situation. From my side, everything on a business level is okay. Yeah, like you said, in our field of work, it's really, we're really lucky. If we take a look at
We are.
some other sectors, like restaurant, cafes, obviously, they're so screwed by this. So that alone makes us lucky, I guess. On a personal level, I think, like, in Belgium we had two lockdowns, one in spring, and then in the summer everybody was a little bit free again. That seemed to be, in hindsight, a very bad idea because we're in lockdown again. And I must say that during the first lockdown, it was okayish. I'd say, sure, the restaurants were closed. You couldn't go anywhere, but it was like kind of a new situation. Like, hey, this is something new. This is cool. I not entirely cool, but it's like, okay, it's just temporary. We'll get out of this. But I must say that during this pandemic, or this lockdown, or like the last few weeks, maybe months, I really am starting missing just seeing people regularly, and just doing stuff. I think I've made like walks for 10 years now. The children, what are we going to do? Do you want to go a walk? Again, a walk? And sure, there are other things. Some things are open, like museums and stuff like that. But it's not like, you can go for a walk and then it's cold, and you go inside and you drink something, you walk again. Hey, anybody hungry? Okay, we'll grab some food. Just those things. And going to a bar, like, hey, do you have some time this evening? Let's go to a bar. Or want to go to a concert? Yeah, let's go. And I start missing that really, really hard. I think also on a work level, We have like a very very nice team that not only I works well technically, but socially everybody just likes each other, and it's just a joy to sit around the table with everybody and just talk about stuff, technical and non-technical. And I feel like just doing it with a virtual thing, it's not really the same thing. We get by, but for me, it's just all those things combined. I'm really getting a little bit tired of it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it showed me. I thought I always was like an introvert. I can go on for like a year not seeing people, but I've discovered that is not true. I really need people around me regularly, I'd say. And it seems now that I'm like in big mental problems or something like that. It's not like that. It's just once in a while you sit, hey, I want to do this. Oh yeah, pandemic. Okay, let's walk. Like
Yeah,
that.
so pretty much the same for me. And we are very lucky, but still we are also facing some kind of issues, and even there are little issues compared to what others have and other companies
Mhm,
have and other people have. But still, for us, there are little issues, and I feel the same. It's getting very long now, and it's already kind of frustrating because you have a lockdown, then it seems to get better. No, it does get better. Another lockdown. It feels
mhm,
like, where is the end of this? I hope now with the vaccine now, we finally have something that will give us a kind of end or a situation where we can kind of live a normal life again. But while
mhm,
you were talking, I remembered one thing that was really unfortunate for me is my brother and his wife got a child, I think
mhm.
about a month ago. And I wasn't able to see him a lot. So that really what I
That
struggle
stinks.
with a lot, because I think seen him, I think 3 times. Of course, it's better than nothing, but I would love to see him much more and without any masks and without testing and those things. So that's sad for me.
Yeah, yeah, I get that this is a very bad time for like special family occasions because yeah, you feel you're
Yeah,
not that much part of it. Um, yeah, let's hope it goes over soon. That you
yeah,
don't need
hope
to
so too.
miss too much of this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that yeah, our problems they mostly exist in our minds, but not in the real world, and that's what makes us lucky, I guess. We don't have like
yeah,
any real world in the physical world problems, I guess.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, Last week I did like a big hike together with trees, and that was like so good to just be out in the open. It was a big hike, so we're places where we not usually go, and just like talking to trees or basically just someone for a couple of hours, that was, and in real life that was just so nice. And
Yeah,
yeah.
I also noticed this a few times when I met someone like on the street on the other side or something like this, and like, hey, how are you? Are you okay? And you're talking for some minutes, but even just those some minutes feel like, oh my God, this was really refreshing, because you wouldn't call somebody and to meet on the outside a few meters away. So you normally wouldn't do this. I had such meetings with my parents where they were coming to our garden, and we were had some conversations with a little distance in the garden and things like that. But if you see your friends or someone you know just for a few minutes, it's already really refreshing.
Yeah, indeed. And I hope that we can do like a hike together when I together
Yeah,
with you, Christoph, when this
I
whole
saw some
situation
images
is
and
over.
it looked really nice, and I hope we can do this together one time.
Yeah, in Belgium, but I'm sure in your country as well. There are like big parks where you can really get lost, which is
Yeah.
really nice when you just don't know where you are. I had that experience. Dries hadn't at
Mhm.
our hike because uh, he took care that we were walking like the right way, and he looked at his phone and the GPS. But for me, it was like I'm perfectly fine not knowing where I am. That doesn't happen too much, so let's enjoy that.
He was the city guy, and you were like the
Yeah,
wild tour
yeah,
guy.
yeah, indeed. Yeah, Dries is a very structured person, and I'm like, well, we'll see. All right, want to do another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's fish in the bowl. Let's see. Okay, this is a more pleasant one, I guess. I guess to answer something that doesn't have something to do with like the current state of events or the world. Um, would you move to Mars? Why or why not? One of my girlfriends. She
Okay,
wants to know,
interesting one.
Christoph. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. First, I really like being at home and having my own home. I really like where I am right now, and I don't want to move again, especially now that we almost have all the lights for our rooms. So also thinking about how to get to Mars, it's really
Yeah, that's
something that I'm
with
not comfortable with, because I'm a little bit afraid of small rooms, and I don't think I would be able to travel to Mars. But maybe they have something where I can sleep the whole time, and then maybe it's a little bit better. But but first impression, I think I like it here, and as long as we can live here and we don't have to move, I think I would stay here.
That's a clear answer. That's a clear answer. Yeah, I think
Was
like
it for you?
well, yeah. Let me first start by saying I think that moving to Mars is something that will happen for a couple of people. I think in our lifetime still. If you see that Elon is really pushing it, and he's made he's made some things happen. So I guess that in the next 40 or so years, probably a lot sooner, there will be like a rocket with people going through there. I'm also not that keen to be on the first rocket because there's something so much that can go wrong. And I think currently I wouldn't want to go because there's so much here on Earth, and I wouldn't want to leave anybody behind because I guess you can't just pack up your whole family and you can't come back. I think that's something that Elon also has said, that the first
You have to
generation
stay there.
ones, they will have to stay. We don't fly back. So that's really hard. I'm thinking no, but maybe when I'm 80 or something, or 85 or something, probably I won't be eligible there. But how can I say this? The doctors say to me like, "Hey, Frick, you only have like 5 weeks to live, or something, or 5 months to live." Then I would say, "Okay, I'll stay 4 months on Earth, and then for the last month, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody because I'm going to die anyway. But the last thing that I'm going to do is to go to Mars, and if the rocket blows up." No problem, because I was going to die anyway. So that would be like a scenario where I would go to Mars, but not while I am healthy and still young-ish, I guess.
That's some interesting thoughts. I'm not sure if you would be that helpful if they just invest a lot into you to get you to Mars and you live there for just 1 week. But
I need to be very famous. Need to be like
yeah,
Tom Cruise levels of fameness or something like that
I
before
think you're
they.
getting there. So maybe.
Well,
but,
still a
but
lot.
let's hope we have these calls when we are at age 85, and then we can discuss it again.
That would be cool. That I am on Mars and you on Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another one. Let's see what I have in my bowl here. How we are for time. Let me check. Okay, we're good. This is one of my girlfriend's one. Which gift do you love to give the most? maybe this is a subtle hint at me or something, but
Sorry, was quit. I was for a moment somewhere else because
okay.
it was the second time now that what I heard was, and this was one of the questions, one of my girlfriends. So like you have multiple ones, and I was thinking about
No,
you
no,
have
no, no,
multiple
no.
girlfriends, and one of them were
let, let me be clear. There's only one girlfriend.
okay, good. So sorry, can you repeat it?
What gift do you love to give others the most? I guess kind of gift or something. She means.
Okay. So what I like to give the gift to my wife is often something for her to remember good times that we shared. So what I've been doing for holidays that we do, I'm often doing some recording and then creating a little video of our travelings. Or for Christmas, she got a book for 1 year in our first home together, where I put in some of the photos from building things here up and how our first year was. So I like to, I think I like to give her those gifts because she especially likes those gifts and often wouldn't do it herself, and she really appreciates me taking the time. So probably I'm only doing this because I know she really likes it. So I think, probably I like to give people gifts what they really like, and it doesn't depend what it is, but if you can make them happy, then I think it's a good gift. So, but I'm also often a fan of little things like not products you can buy, but maybe doing something together, like with my little cousin. Like to give him like coupons for going bouldering together or any things like that. And not giving any presents, any games that they play like for 1 week and they don't know about it anymore. And they maybe don't appreciate it that much at this point because, of course, little kids want to have a gift they can wrap up and just play with it. But in the end, they also really enjoy if we do any things together and have any activities together.
Cool. So the kind of gifts that I like giving, it depends a little bit on the persons that I give them to. So for the little kids, what I really love to give sometimes is like a secret. And a secret that
Okay.
is like you can't tell the other one, but we will do something special. And then we go when we do something really small, just go to a shop and buy a little candy or just the tiniest car or something, and they're so happy with that, like I got something special here. And that's really really nice to do. But of course you can't spoil them too much, so that doesn't happen too much. But that's I mostly say it, hey, we have a secret, but we'll only do it in a month, and then they can look forward that we'll do it in a month, and I can enjoy that
I
too,
love
because
that. Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah. I also this reminds me of a story. I haven't done this, but I should do this from a friend who, if one of the children feels bad in some way, or has worries or something like that, he puts in like a little coin, like a euro coin or half a euro coin, in the pockets of the jacket or the pants, and then the kid can find that later in the day. Oh, I'm lucky! I found something, and it's not really a gift, but it's a nice thing. It's a nice
That's
thing
also
to
nice.
do, I
Yeah,
guess.
nice gesture.
Yeah, and for my girlfriend, what I really like. Is I'm a terrible cook actually, but I actually like just trying something out in the kitchen and just cooking something, and something that I haven't tried before. I think a few months ago I made like a Thai curry, like with like a proper recipe, and I'm really uncertain about if it if it will work, but mostly it works. Yeah, that's a really nice thing, and it's also like you said, it's not a physical thing, but it's more like the act
Yeah,
of doing it. That's fun.
yeah, that's all very nice.
Let's see. Let's grab in the bowl again.
Dun, 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 dun.
What project are you now passionate about? So this can be like a public project, I guess, or maybe like a secret one, or one that you've maybe just announced or something. Go free, go wild.
Okay, so projects that I don't own myself, I would say I'm really looking forward to the new Spark application that Taylor provided some information in the last days, and that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Then on my side, of course, I'm passionate about my upcoming course about mastering PHP Storm.
Yeah.
That's something that I'm working on every day now. So I'm really passionate about this. And I'm also passionate about a project that I wanted to start for like 1 or 2 months, but I haven't started yet. And it's something that I'm really excited just because I like the idea and I like to just start programming on it. But the reason I didn't start yet, because I thought it would be also a good project to live stream me coding it.
Okay.
And the last weeks or month, I wasn't sure if I really want to do this, because I'm really excited about this project, and I'm not sure if streaming about it will add too much pressure and other things on this project. And I haven't decided yet if I want to use it for streaming or not, and that's why I haven't started it yet. And it's something that I think about every day, but I couldn't make a decision yet.
And can you talk a little bit about the project, or what would you code up, or do you want to keep that under wraps?
It's just something very little. It's not like a new super cool product. It's just a nice idea for a little application that I want to build where other people could contribute, coding related, but that's all I want to say so far.
Okay,
but it's not
cool.
like a really big thing, but I really just like the idea and like just get started and trying it out if I can make it work like I have it already in my mind.
Yeah, you could start with streaming, and if you don't like it, you can just stop doing it, or you can do just the basics on your own, and then when there are more advanced parts, then start streaming. You can just choose it yourself, I guess. So
yeah, probably. I think also that's why I scheduled my test streaming later today, just to get started somehow with the streaming thing, which I wanted to do for a year now, and pushing me a little bit out of my boundaries. And now I will have a test stream, and then I will give myself a task for the week to schedule the first stream maybe next week, and then I have to get prepared and just do it.
And how in your mind will you stream? Because to me, for coding, there are like two big ways that you can go about it. You can just what I personally like doing, it just saying all the thoughts I have in my head and just talking the whole time over it, and it goes a little bit slow, but it's easier for people to follow because you're just explaining things, how you think about things. And then there are people that just don't say anything at all, just a little bit music on the background, and if you have a comment, just put it in the chat, but the person coding is not talking, it's just working. What do you see yourself doing?
Okay, interesting. I hadn't thought about it. There are kind of two ways to do it. For me, definitely would be the first way, because I think that's the only way that it would profit me and others to talk about the things that I do, try to be better at explaining things. So that's also something that I like about streaming, that you have to explain the thoughts that you have. And I think this already helps you a lot as being a developer and being able to code about, to talk about code. So I think that's an important skill that I want to get better with. And also for the audience, people following, I think it's much more interesting if you have a kind of interaction. So I'm definitely trying to go this way.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. For me also, that is the nicest way of watching things. Why would you watch if there's like no
Yeah.
explanation? You know. Um,
What are your
I'll give.
things? You also need to answer the question.
Yeah, I'll answer the question. I'll answer the question first. Yeah, for me, it's kind of obvious where I'm passionate about these days. I'm polishing Ray quite a bit. So that's that little debugging app that I've made. In the first release, I just put everything that I needed, but now it's released. People ask, "Hey, could you put in the things that we need?" So I'm adding the things that make sense for me as well. And yeah, it seems it can be improved. Can be improved a lot still. And yeah, it's a joy working on it really. Yeah, I like making this kind of, or like to solve these kind of problems. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. I'll probably also move to Mail Coach next week. We're going to have a big version 4 release of that one. And I'm also busy with Odeo, with the PHP 8 upgrade and a few other features there. So yeah, I'm kind of lucky that I'm just working on my own stuff the whole time, actually. And yeah, I'm passionate about the things that I create myself. So yeah, these are the things that are passions for me. No surprises there, I guess.
Yeah, but it's great that you have those projects that you work on and you're also passionate about it. So I think that's the best way to work if that's possible.
Hey, Christoph, how's it going with like your PHP Storm course? You said that you're working on it every day. Are you recording videos or or experimenting with stuff, or what's your work? What's the work that you're doing now?
So I actually planned a scheduled newsletter, which is going out later today. And I'm also going
Hopefully
to
it
tweet
goes
about
well.
it. Yeah, hope it's going better than last time, but I think I learned that I'm prepared now. But in the newsletter, I will share some of the insights, what I'm working on. I will share the results of the voting that I have on the website. So people were able to vote about which topics they are mostly interested, like refactoring, testing, debugging, the best key map settings and things like that. And it was really interesting for me to see what people were voting on. And in this first newsletter, I'm going to share the current results. So everybody interesting, please subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't, because I want to share some first insights in the newsletter for the people who have already subscribed to give them a little bit of bonus and thanking them for already being interested. So that's why I don't want to spoil anything here already.
Cool. Looking forward to that. Yeah, I know that this is something that you're very passionate about. I think like PHP Storm, if you're using that, it's important to know it well, because if you use it in the right way, it can help you to code so much faster. Hey, I'm here saying a pitch for your course, but
that's good.
I think it's really good that you do this. I think if you want people,
can you say it again? How was it like? What did you say?
So I think, I'll do some marketing stuff with you later on.
Okay, perfect.
What was I wanted to say? Now I've lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No problem. No, it's just lost now. Damn. No, next. Oh no, I remember. Yeah, if you want people to subscribe, you should say like the URL of your website. pro
Oh,
marketing
yeah.
tip here. So where can people subscribe?
The website is masteringphpstorm.com.
Okay,
Is
everybody
there
just
any way in StreamYard to like only share a text or a link so that everybody can see in
yeah,
the screen, something like
yeah,
that?
yeah. I think
This
so.
would be a nice feature.
I can create a banner. So it's HTTPS and then mastering.
Masteringphpstorm.com.
No dashes, just all in once.
Yeah, just one word.
Let's add the banner. And now everybody should be able to see that. I hope I spelled it correctly.
Yeah, looks good.
Hi.
Okay, that's
So
nice. Good to know
everybody
that this feature is also available in StreamYard.
Yeah. There's even, let me just show you that as well. There's even an animated one. Hi, everybody, like that. And then it's like this.
Oh my god!
But that
Reminds
grabs
me
a
of
little
those
bit
old
too
websites.
much
Yeah.
attention. Yeah.
Alert! Alert!
Yeah. There's, I saw. Yeah, go ahead, Christoph.
I think you might want to say the same. There was a question in the comments. First, I want to say also hello to Brazil, Rodrigo, and Tom also said we should set a reminder for your 85th birthday, so we can do a call and talk about the math thing again, which I also really like. But yeah, Misha, Micah, not sure how to pronounce it, got a question. So what do you like least about your jobs? I think that's also a good one to tackle.
Yeah.
Is this also what you wanted to say?
Yeah, indeed.
Oh yeah, you could. So do you want to start this time?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I've added another one. Sorry. There's a lot to like, but there are certainly some things to dislike as well. I think the first thing that comes on the top of my head is, yeah, and there are some good things about it as well. I think it's good that we get to learn a lot and to get new ideas and new insights the whole time. But there's like another part of the medal there as well, that it can sometimes feel like a race and that you're like lagging behind, and everything that comes with it, like imposter syndrome that is triggered by that. I think the first thought for me is that like that is like the most negative thing. That like the most positive thing in our job, learning things, can also be something that gives you a lot of pressure. And when I take a look at some other jobs that some of my friends have, then for their jobs they know how to do their jobs. They have to learn new stuff, but not at the crazy pace that we have to. And they can still be passionate about learning things like in their private time, and there's like no pressure at all because it's their own choice. So I think at the top of my head, I think that is like for me the most negative side, the pressure that you sometimes feel with for learning things and working on things. How's it for you?
Sorry, I just want to get a little bit more into detail about it. And when you talk about your job as being one of the founders of your company and being like one of the people at the head of your company, when you think about this specific job and your position at your company, how would you answer the question regarding this?
Still more or less the same, because at our company I'm doing more developer stuff than I'm doing businessy stuff, although that has shifted while doing own projects. So you need to be a little bit in the commercial aspect of things as well. yeah, I think that learning thing is really a big one because I can't think of another.
Okay.
It's really also, yeah, a little bit surprising that I just don't worry about like the financial state of our company at all. It's like
Hmm.
there's no pressure there. The only pressure is like, um, will we uh, are we able to keep up with like technology and trends,
Hmm.
and are we able to have like a good atmosphere so everybody in our company stays at our company, so we have like a good environment to do that. I think on that part we're doing pretty well because nobody left. There's only people coming and they're staying, so
That's
that's
pretty
pretty
impressive.
good.
Yeah, these times.
Yeah. So I think that, yeah, it's still the same answer. For I think
Hmm.
I think that's the big problem in general, but for me personal, yeah, that's like the biggest thing. If I
Yeah.
worry, it's about that.
Yeah. So the learning thing is also something, of course, that I can relate to. The feeling you're never finished. It's always changing. You're feeling like you're always behind. So that's really something that yeah, you have to learn to deal with in some way. But yeah, being a developer now for profession for 6 or 7 years already, and then, yeah, it's still as difficult sometimes. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're feeling like you never finished. It's difficult to stop thinking about after your work about things, and yeah, how things are going to change, and do I need to check out this, and then there's this new tool everybody's talking about, and will PHP still be relevant important in a few years?
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
word?
relevant.
Relevance.
Yeah, but that was
Relevant.
a nice word that you said, a
Yeah, it
nice
was a
sound.
nice new one that
Yeah.
relevant. Uh, so that's also something that I struggle with sometimes. Then when I think about my business and having my own business, being a developer and having to take care of the business, yeah, the business side is not always fun. Having to deal with a lot of marketing and thinking about numbers, and will I be able to pay everything that I can pay the next month, because maybe I have worked not so much the last month, but I have to work more the next month, and things like that is yeah, it's not something that I enjoy all the time.
Hmm.
It's still something important, and I like to be able to, yeah, being my own boss and define everything what I do for myself. But of course I have to take care of all the things myself that are maybe not the ones that I'm the best in, or that most fits me. But this is something also that I'm maybe not always like, but I'm still like what I do, and that I'm able to do this. And there are always things that you like more and you like less. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
also, besides that, it's also difficult for me to think about something.
yeah, you're also like a solo entrepreneur, right? So all these things they come upon
Yeah,
your shoulders. I think that's the main difference why I don't worry about it so much, because there are other people taking care of that, and I don't, for the most part, need to worry about it. If I need to worry, other ones will say to me, "Hey, fake, worry about this." But fortunately, that doesn't happen. But yeah, you're like, doing your own stuff, so you need to be on top of everything yourself.
yeah. I can only clap on my own shoulders. Or if I did something good, you're good. Thank you. And yeah, one more thing that I'm speaking of, just sitting in front of your computer the whole day. So that's also something that I think is a problem from time to time, because
Mhm.
I really, it would be nice to be more physical in your job sometimes too, but that's just not happening being a
Mhm.
developer. But yeah, I'm sometimes missing a physical side where I have to work with my hands, maybe like working with wood or something like that. So this is, yeah, also something that I think would be nice if you can do a job where you're more outside, for example, as well. But of course,
Yeah.
I can't have everything. So I try to compensate this with the things that I do next to my work.
Yeah. Okay, Christoph, I think we have already been talking for like an hour, so it might be a good moment to wrap up because I'm feeling a little bit hungry. So, and that was our cue, so that we should stop. There are some few other questions here. One from Kai. You know what? I'll write that down and put that question in the bowl, so we might get that next time.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we can tackle those questions next time.
Okay, I think that's it now. When is your test? Your streaming test, is that in an hour or something?
It's 2 o'clock. 20 minutes before 3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you want
But I
to
tweeted about it, so maybe some of you also have time, a few minutes to just check if everything works fine on my side and provide me some feedback. That would be great. I'm going to share the link again on Twitter. That would be nice.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably drop by because I want to see you testing out all the animated banners and stuff.
Just clicking every button there is.
Yeah. Just filling the screen up with emojis.
Yeah. Taking it to its limit.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a question here. I'm sorry, Christoph, that it's still there. You can, of course, say no. Can you please play the guitar? Is here. You might do it. You might also do it next time if you are mentally more prepared. You can choose.
Yeah, I think I keep this for next time. But
Okay.
Thanks for asking, and please try again next time and ask again. And at some point, I will do it for sure. I promise.
You know what? I'll just write the question down and put it in the bowl as well. And if it comes up, we'll both have to do something. Yeah? So
that's a good one. Yeah,
you're not alone with that then.
And I will say I will never play Wonderwall. This will never happen. I really hate this song. Sorry, Kai.
Okay, I'll put that in the bowl as well. Why do you hate Wonderwall? Because that's also something that I'd like to know. Cool. But I'm hungry, so I'm going for lunch.
Cool. And thanks everybody for joining again. Thank you, Fake, for having this conversation again. I really like that we have made this to a
regular thing
that we do. Yeah, regular thing. So I think we should keep that up. I really enjoy those talks.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So probably next month we're going to do it again.
Cool.
All right. Bye, Christoph.
Bye.